This portion of Lee Pitts Live is brought to you by Hodges University, educating the leaders of our community for over 20 years.
And welcome back, Southwest Florida. Glad you stayed with us. And the Teen Summit is upon us. And we're so delighted to get a chance, Lee Pitts Live, to be a media sponsor of the Teen Summit again this year. And that doesn't happen. I have to work hard to get Nyesha to select me to moderate the Teen Summit. It's always fun over there at Cornerstone, First Assembly Cornerstone on Martin Luther King Boulevard. Nice turnout, book bags, all of that. So we got Nyesha here along with James White, who's the youth director for the First Assembly Cornerstone. Let's bump and make sure that if you guys are heavily involved with the church, let them know that there's nothing in your cups that's illegal, right?
That's correct.
All right, you got to be role models.
That's right. That's
but
right.
now that's not to say I don't have to be a role model. Now, you know, I got my stuff. I got my little stuff there. It's so good to get you back here, both of you. And Amy, we had a good time Nyesha, we had a good time last year, right?
Yes, we did.
Kind of tell people what happens, the general idea of what happens at the Teen Summit.
The Teen Summit will discuss several topics involving the teenagers and involving the youth and also the parents. We'll talk about issues involving education, entrepreneurship, volunteer opportunities, things along that nature, so that the youth will get a chance to express themselves, ask questions, ask you questions. It's exciting. We have a wonderful turnout, and it's a really great time.
Now, I know last year we gave out all these different gifts. And there was so many people that I heard it was a popular, youth summit. Yeah. But when I got there and saw all those people, I was like, whoa, this is big. I got to, get myself together here. Yes. And you're going to have some, let's plug your sponsors before we get into it, who provide all those book bags and toys for the kids. Go ahead.
One of our major sponsors.
School supplies,
Yes, one of our major sponsors was Walmart. We also got Flavor for Players in, a local store in the community, and just everyday people. They got involved. They were there with us. They helped us purchase the items that the students needed, and we made it come together. Okay, great. Now, James, as a youth director, what do you actually do on a daily basis at First Assembly Cornerstone?
Well, it's me and my wife. We're both first-timers. We usually get together with the children and talk about everyday events, everyday life situations. We also go over the Bible. We just communicate with them and teach them about life. We're basically life coaches. That's what we usually do.
What does that do for you personally, have the opportunity to impact these youth?
Personally, ever since I've started doing this, it's brought growth to me as a man, as a father figure. It's educating me even the more, because everybody doesn't know everything and everybody has to mature in some way. So it's helping me in my own life.
What are some of the things we can expect, themes and that you're hearing from the youth now that will come out in the summit?
Well, a lot of them are talking about, youth love music. They're talking about the music. They're talking about some of the things they talked about last year. They want to talk more about the dating. They want to talk more about the education. They want to talk more about business. That's some of the things I'm hearing about from a lot of the youth. Right.
Even though we're in a church setting, Nyesha, it's still open to serious discussion. I mean, you really, that's what you want to talk about dating. And you have different people there who can relate really well to the children, and you really get, you don't sugarcoat it too much. Right. Go ahead.
Because they'll ask you direct questions. Right. And you have to be ready to answer them on the spot because they want real answers. They don't want just what, they just don't want sugar-coated answers. They want real things because they're dealing with real issues. Yes. So we try to bring in experts that will bring real solutions, real answers to whatever they ask.
And one of the things I noticed too is that the head people at the church, like Pastor Ford, are intricately involved. I see him there. And the parents, they were there in big numbers.
They were showing
watching and participating. Yes. How does that make you feel in terms of that type of participation?
Excellent, excellent. I love for the parents to come out and be a part because parent involvement is critical in a child's life. They say if a parent is involved, especially the mother and the father, the success of a child is imminent. I mean, it will go to the moon, And to see parents involved, it just shows that the next school year will be excellent because the parents are interested in their well-being of the child.
And we're seeing some photos that are flashing on the screen. That's great, Rick. let's go to James. That particular day. Where can people expect? What time does it start? What particular day it's on? Take them through that.
What we can expect on the 7th and the 8th, we have the youth
7th
conference.
and 8th of what?
Of August, we're having the youth conference, and on the 9th, we're having the summit. Now, in the youth conference, we're going to have somewhat of a church environment. We're going to have some probably rappers, we're going to have some singers, and we're going to have spoken word. Myself may be there, my wife may be there. We're going to, who knows who we're going to have. There's a lot of people who's wanting to be involved in it right now, and that's pretty much how it's going to go.
Then that's the youth summit is on what day you said that was going to be on?
Saturday.
It's on 7th.
All right, Saturday, right?
Saturday, August 9th.
That's right. Make sure we get that in. Time.
10 a.m.
People need to be there at 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
And the book bag giveaway, when did that take place?
Directly after the Teen Summit. Teen Summit will last about an hour, hour and
That's
a
what
half.
I need.
And directly after that, we'll be giving away 1,000 book bags with school supplies to the community.
Now, how can people, I noticed before, you had people outside with their different workshops that want to reach the community, different vendors.
Yes.
How can they get to be a part of that as well? What, they need to call you now or go to the information on the screen?
Yes, they can either go to our website or call the church and speak to the secretary if they want to be a volunteer, a sponsor, or if they want to donate their time and their talent.
Okay, and it's just, it's a lot of, it's not that much red tape, right?
No, not that much red tape at all.
Final question. I noticed last year, let's go with you, James. You weren't there last year, but I noticed that 100 black men, they seem to be very involved in the process. James, you familiar with them? How important is it to have black men coming out there being role models for those children?
It is very, very, very important to see black men coming out, because in the black environment, it is said that we're not there for our families. So it is very important to see black men, strong black men coming out, being responsible, handling their business. That goes over to our children for one generation to the next. So if people see men stepping out being men, other men will want to step out and do the same thing and elevate themselves in whatever their responsibilities will be.
Outstanding. Well, both of you, I'm looking forward to getting out there this year. It was always a great event. I'm encouraging the public to come out there and support all of the events that weekend. And also, if you missed this interview in its entirety, you can go over to the Leap Is Live YouTube page and catch it all again and share it with other people.